Hey guys, Jib here and welcome back to a Modern Warfare video. And as you can see in the background today, we are showing off Warzone. So I figured I'd go ahead and give my thoughts on it as of right now. My first impressions, if you will, being that I have about 3.5 to 4 hours of in-game playtime on it. Before we get into that, I've been streaming every day over on twitch.tv/jhub. That's where all the Warzone stuff is going to be. So if you want to see me live, come on over and check it out. Get that Twitch Prime, you know what to do. But I've got to say that when it comes to Warzone, I can't sit here and describe all of the issues that I see with it. As of right now, from what I've played so far, it seems like for the most part, everything has been finally worked out. There's a couple things I have noticed that I want to keep my eye on as I'm playing moving forward. But as of right now, it seems like a decently built game mode. For those of you who didn't know, there's like 4 or 5 different developers who built this. Raven Software, Infinity Ward, I think Sledgehammer helped, Beanox, High Noon. All these studios actually helped make Warzone. So that's why it would make sense that it's actually a bit more polished. Had it been just Infinity Ward, well, I don't think it would be in the state that it is. So what do I think as of right now? My feeling when it comes to the game. I'll say this. If you enjoyed PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, I think you will enjoy Warzone. It's better tuned, more optimized, and it plays about at that pace. I would say from beginning to win, if you actually win the game, the match will probably take around 40 to 50 minutes, I want to say, from first circle to last. So it's much slower. And that's why I say it's more like PUBG than, say, Apex Legends, Fortnite, or Blackout. It's a much slower paced game. The map is huge. Like in Blackout, if we hopped in a helicopter and started flying across the map, it could take what, 2-3 minutes to go from one side to the other. In Warzone, we've done the same thing with the helicopter, and I think after 2 minutes we may have barely started making some effort getting across the map. If you're in a normal vehicle, yeah, no, that's just not a thing. So it plays very slow, and it does play a bit campy from what I've seen so far. Now, whenever a new game or game mode releases with Call of Duty, you always have camping issues. So maybe over time this will be fixed, but as of right now, I already had one game end in Tavors District, like I predicted in other videos and streams, where one team was on top of buildings, the other team was forced to be down on the street, and the team on the buildings won simply by just shooting down RPGs at the people on the street. They had no chance. They couldn't get up. It's not like they had grapples. They were going to lose. They just didn't have the high ground, you know? So that might be an issue. Another thing that concerns me is also forced crossplay when it comes to this game mode. So in normal 6v6 and 10v10, crossplay is not forced unless you choose to activate it, and then it'll move from there. Ground War, you must have crossplay activated in order to play Ground War, which, depending on your situation, might not be fun, whether it be connection issues or risking having some PC hackers. You're forced to play crossplay. You can't turn it off. And while Warzone appears to be the same way, for you to be able to activate the game mode, you have to enable crossplay. And for one, I really just don't like that. I would like to have my options, to be honest. My own console, controller only, or full-blown crossplay if I want to invite people from different platforms to play with them, and then it mixes like Fortnite. That's how I would prefer the options were. But as of right now, you're simply forced, and I don't know how this is going to work moving forward. Will console players dominate the lobbies due to aim assist? Will PC players potentially dominate the lobby just because of the sheer ability to snap on target, higher refresh rates? It feels like you can move around much easier on PC. In fact, I might actually be playing some Warzone on PC to give it a shot, because I have played a lot of BRs on PC, PUBG, Apex, and Fortnite, so it wouldn't be too difficult for me to switch over for that. But it does concern me of what we have to look forward to in regards to this. Another thing I want to keep my eye on is the crate that you can drop in on the map that allows you to select your own create a class loadout from multiplayer. This is going to worry me in a sense that weapons not be balanced perfectly for this mode. As of right now, the weapons were kind of built for multiplayer. Well, now we're hopping into a different game mode that has armor and health regen. So some guns might take more bullets to kill a player than you're used to in multiplayer, especially at different ranges and whatnot. And if they have armor, it's more I think we're gonna have some OP stuff coming out that shouldn't be OP in BR, whereas it's normal in multiplayer. Like for example, as of right now, the FAL with a sniper scope, the commando grip, the barrel that gives you 3 bonus attachments, the monolithic suppressor, and 30 rounds, I was finding success in like 4-shotting people, maybe 5-shotting with that FAL. It was amazingly powerful versus all the other guns I was trying to use. So moving forward, I'm going to have my creator class built that I always have that FAL. It was just too strong to pass up, especially when it takes AR/LMG ammo. You should be good. And I don't know how I feel about that as well. So they have different ammo types and it's mixture. So it's like AR/LMG, and you have sniper, and then you have shotgun, and then you have SMG/pistol. On one hand, I like the fact that there's less ammo types for you to have to worry about. But on another, if a person has like this, badass weaponry, will you be able to actually have ammo for it? Will it be extremely rare? Will you have too much and everything feels broken? Honestly, I don't know, but I want to keep an eye on it to see if we're going to see any broken setups. Trust me, you're going to be seeing things coming out of the woodwork left and right once people start figuring things out. But as of right now, I think people are still just testing it out. I mean, it has only been out for, around 36 hours as of the time of me recording this video. And like I said, I've only got a little less than 4 hours of playtime in game. So there's still a lot to go over. I do know that the throwing knife insta-downs. I don't know if the crossbow insta-downs. I was trying to mess around with it, but unsuccessfully, I didn't hit anybody with it. But I'm going to be messing around with that. I do plan on, trolling a little bit to see if we can do some stupid stuff in Warzone. But as it stands right now, I wouldn't say that this BR mode is bad. That's not the words I would use to describe it. For me, I do find it a little bit boring, simply because of how large the map is. And even though there's 150 players, you're not running into people as common until like the last 5 circles. You could hear gunshots, start running towards them, and you will never ever catch up to the people unless they're just not moving. That's just something that I already encountered many different times. And from what I'm seeing so far, footsteps might have to be reworked, if you know what I mean. They've been messed with in multiplayer several times, so they might have to be altered once again for the BR mode. Hopefully they could distinguish them from the game modes, but I think it's just a universal system at this point. So I think the ultimate strategy when it's going to come to Warzone is to get your cash and immediately drop your own custom loadout into the game so that you are familiar. You don't have to worry about looting for okay, if not bad guns, and you're just ready to go. That's what I would advise, and I wonder if the way people play are going to start revolving around that. We're going to see more people dropping on the edge of the map, trying to get as much cash they can, get the setups they want, and then start rushing. Personally, as it sits right now, I kind of wish that the map was a third of the size with the same amount of people. The gulag is interesting, and you could buy back players if you want to. So there's 2 different ways that you can actually come back as a player. But when it comes to in-game, I do have a couple issues in my head so far. I want, say, top 10 teams or top 30 people. I want to see the gas mask disabled. I would like to see kill streaks disabled, and I would like to see respawning in users via the gulag disabled as well. It's one thing for the already alive players to go to a buy station and reactivate their teammates out in the open and risk getting shot, but for just a player to bring himself back in by beating a 1v1, especially when it matters in, like, say, top 30, I'm not a fan of that. And an issue I ran into last night when I was in second, trying to see if I could find the last squad to kill them so I could come in first. It was a 1v3, I will give them that. But 2 out of the 3 people separated, put on gas masks, went into the gas in the final, like, 1 to 2 circles. They went into the gas and were able to survive long enough that they went from in front of me to almost completely behind me. And there was only 2 ways that those enemies could actually come to me if they had not ran into the gas. So when it comes to that, I believe gas mask needs to be disabled in top 30. I get that you are, clustering down, things are getting tight, but you shouldn't be able to run back into the gas to get behind an opponent to kill him that way. It's unacceptable. So you could either, at a certain player, either just make it to where the gas masks don't work and you do start taking damage, the gas mask is just disabled or something. Because right now, I love the damage the gas does. Don't get me wrong. I've been begging for gas that hurts. But the gas mask, to a certain degree, kind of negates it when it matters. So I think those are the 3 changes I would make immediately right now. Gas mask is disabled top 30 or top 10 teams. No streaks, top 30, top 10 teams. And then you can't be brought back from the gulag at that point either. So I'm going to give this a lot more playtime. Like I said, if you want to watch me do this live, I'll be over on twitch.tv/jhub. Come follow me over there and watch to see what shenanigans we get up to. Drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I guess it's time to go put some more time in this game mode and see if I can come up with more ideas. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.